Guys, welcome back to the channel, The Ladies Den, your cozy corner for all things femininity with a touch of nostalgia. If you're here for the first time, welcome, and if you're here again, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about 15 things that I learned as a girl in the 90s that you still need to know to this day. All right, and these things are going to cover everything from self-care to relationships to safety, you name it. I got it for you, okay? So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, so the first thing, this is for my girls who use tampons. So if you can feel your tampon, it's not in there right, okay? If you feel it, that means that you have not inserted it properly. You need to back it on out that thing, pull it out a little bit, and reinsert it. No tampon should feel uncomfortable. No matter what brand you have, it should not be uncomfortable to you. And if it is, again, you're just using it wrong. So you need to pull it out, start over, try it again. Throw it away if you want to. If you don't want to put your hands on all that stuff, you can go ahead and wrap it up, throw it away. But yeah, get rid of it. Start over, insert it again, and I guarantee you'll feel much better. Number 2 is always carry a safety pin, and you'll see me looking at my notes here, I'm sorry. But always carry a safety pin, clear nail polish, or double-sided tape in your purse. And you want to have these things in case of a wardrobe malfunction. So you have a safety pin in your purse. You can have that if, say, like the hem on your skirt rips, the slit on your skirt rises, and you need to cover up. Or even for like your bra strap that continues to like slide away off your shoulder even though you've adjusted 1,000 times. You can always put a safety pin on the inside and adjust that so that your bra strap doesn't continue to show and everyone sees your undergarments. The double-sided tape, same thing. Let's say you got a cute little dress and it's showing a little bit of cleavage, but it's showing maybe a little too much. Put that double-sided tape on. Those babies are not going to move, okay? It's going to keep everything together, everything good, everything out of sight. And as far as your clear nail polish, for those of you guys who are wear tights or stockings or pantyhose, you want to have that on because if you get a run, all you need is a little bit of clear nail polish, pat it on there, and it will dry. And you want to use quick nail polish. Don't get something that's going to take like 5 minutes, but get quick clear nail polish, put it on that run, and it's going to stop it from going all the way down your leg. So things happen, nails get caught, but the last thing you want to do is be walking around with some raggedy looking pantyhose, or have to take them off. So if you can have some quick nail polish, that always helps. And another good thing about the nail polish is you can also use that on your fingernails, but of course. So if you use that on your nails, it's just a nice, quick, clean look. Hopefully your nails are clean. Hopefully you guys are scrubbing your nails like you're supposed to be. But you can put that polish on and definitely just kind of add a little zhuzh, wherever you're going in a quick amount of time. My third tip is going to be always make sure you have some cash on you. I know we live in a world where, cash and checks, those are not the things to carry. Everyone has a credit card, everyone's using Cash App or some other form of payment that does not involve real money, okay? So please, again, make sure you have cash on you. It doesn't have to be a lot. I say $10, $20, but you want to have that money on you so that if something happened where you go to the grocery store, you make a small purchase, and the register doesn't work, and sometimes they'll say, cash only, card isn't working, or you go and you pay for gas, but the pump is down and you have to pay with cash. You don't want to be in a situation where you don't have any money on you at all. Or let's say a little Girl Scout comes by and is like, hey, you want to buy something? You just want to support her. Here's $10. Give me those mint thin cookies because I want them, okay? So have some cash on you, and it's always good to also make sure that you have that cash in smaller denominations. So don't just have like a singular $10 bill or a $20 bill. You want to have some 5s or some 10s, or even if you're doing again the $10 bill, have 1 5 and then 5 singles. You just want to make sure you have that money spread out, so whatever the situation is, be it you're paying for parking at an event, you have money on you and you can quickly pay. My number 4 tip is to take care of your feet. So as you get older, your feet are going to mean so much more to you, if that even makes sense, than what they mean now. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of your feet, whether you're going out to get a pedicure or you're balling on a budget and you're doing it at home, okay? So if you're doing it at home, you want to get like a nice butter and Epsom salt and clippers and a nice like foot file to get all those calluses off, because you will notice sometimes, ladies, that when your feet hurt, it makes everything hurt. Okay, and sometimes when you just file down your feet and you handle those calluses and everything else you got going on, your feet will feel instantly better, because sometimes those calluses get down so far and they hit those nerves, and when you take them away, it's just so much better. Okay, so take care of your feet, because you don't want to be a little old biddy and your feet hurt all the time and consistently. Also, make sure you're wearing good shoes. I know y'all like to be buying from Shein and stuff like that. And, you know, those shoes are cute, but they're not always that comfortable, and they always don't have that good cushion for your feet. And even sometimes just the highest heel that maybe you're buying from your local department store. High heels don't always get it done. They may actually make your feet hurt. So you want to make sure you're getting high quality shoes that will have enough cushion, enough shock absorbency to take care of your feet whether you're walking or jogging or hiking, whatever the case is. You need to have good shoes. Number 5 is learn how to do basic sewing. So you want to make sure that if you're in a situation where your cute little blazer happens to lose the third button, that you can fix it. So learn how to do, again, just basic sewing. You don't have to know how to make a dress from scratch. You don't know how to make little kids clothes. You want to just be able to put your button on, fix a hemline that came loose. Again, your favorite blazer, your favorite dress. You want to be able to fix those things and not have to just be like, well, I guess I gotta throw this out now, or ask your mom. You want to be able to fix those things and be able to do it easily for you. Number 6 is learn how to trust your gut and not just what people say. So sometimes people will try and just, they'll just try to win you over with their words, and you know that they're not good for it at all. If someone's actions don't match up with the promises they actually make, let it go. Let that person go. See them for who they are. As Maya Angelou said, if someone shows you who they are, believe them, okay? If someone shows you that they are not willing to help you when you need it, or they're not willing to, stick to their word. If they say they're going to be someplace and, every time you invite them over to your house or to an event, they always cancel, or they don't even tell you and they don't show up. If that person continues to do that, stop inviting them places. Leave them alone. They don't deserve to be around you or to have you spending your money on them or spending your time with them, because they don't value yours. Let it go. That person has shown you who they are. Please believe them, okay? If your boyfriend says that he's going to spend more time with you, but every time he gets a chance, he's out with his guys, and he's hanging with them, believe him. He probably don't want you, and he's not willing to actually make time with you. Listen, it's okay for guys to hang with their friends, okay? Y'all need to get over this mindset that he's supposed to be around you 24/7. It's not good for anyone. Trust me, it's not supposed to be like that. So if your boyfriend says to you that he's going to do better about making time with you, but every chance you invite him someplace, you say, hey babe, let's go out to such and such for dinner, and he's like, nah, I gotta hang with the guys. Hey babe, let's go out and go to this park this afternoon. Let's hang out. It's a beautiful day outside. Oh no, I gotta go. If every time you ask him to do something and he has an excuse for you, but he says, oh babe, I'm definitely gonna make more time for you, I promise, I'm trying, he's not. Okay, believe him. He's telling you that he has no time for you. He does not desire to make time for you, and you need to believe him, okay? Believe a person when they show you what they do and not just what they say. My next tip is do not ignore your credit score, okay? Some of y'all think that you can just live the world with no credit cards. Everything is just a matter of saving up money and spending cash or Cash App. That is not building you credit, and you will need credit. You may say, well, I don't know if I can handle. Listen, you don't have to have a credit card that has a $10,000 limit. And if you have new credit, You're not getting that anyway. And if you do, you're going to have an interest rate so high because you are dealing with a scammer credit card company that it's going to blow your socks off. So if you feel like, I don't know if I can really handle it, just get the credit card and set up payments, like buy your gas with it or set up your phone bill, something that's going to come out regularly. Schedule it so that it gets charged and make a note to yourself, put it in your phone, put an alarm, whatever you got to do, that you're going to pay off that bill on your credit card. You have to have a credit card. You have to have a credit history. When it comes to the time that you want to buy a house or buy a condo or, get a car, they want to see that you have good credit history and not just the history of you signing over and getting a credit check to get into an apartment. You need to show that you are able to have money be given to you and you're able to pay it back. So make sure that you get a credit card. Again, it does not have to be a very high limit. You just want to get something very small to start with, and if you do have maybe a history because you purchased a car or something like that before, you may qualify for, a larger amount. Let's say a small amount, like $1,000. You may qualify for that, but just get a credit card and use it semi-frequently. Again, you can use it once a month just to pay a particular bill, or you can use it to pay your groceries, whatever the case is. Make sure you're paying it off, pay it off before it's due, and you will build up your credit history. And do not close that card. So let's say you get this card this year and you want to buy a house 10 years from now. Do not close that card, even if you have stopped using it between now and then, because the idea of the credit card is that it shows that you have had credit history for a long time. So if you close it out, then it looks like, oh, well, why'd they close that card? And now you also don't have a line of credit that's open. So you want to make sure you're keeping your card open, keeping it paid, make sure you have it, okay? My next tip is learn how to accept a compliment. So many times people get so frazzled when people give them a compliment, they don't know how to accept it. Someone says, hey girl, I love your dress. Oh, thanks. I got it from Walmart. I only paid like $7 for it. Yeah, and I wasn't sure about. No, you don't have to say all that. Just say, thank you, I appreciate it. And give them a nice little smile. Like, you don't have to go over and above every time someone compliments you. You also don't have to give someone a compliment right back when they give you a compliment, okay? Because sometimes it does give the appearance of you just fishing just to, appease them. Just say thank you. If they say, hey, I love that hair color on you. You look so great. You don't have to say, oh, well, yours is so bomb too. Like, you don't have to say any of that. Just say thank you. I really appreciate it. You don't have to do the most. The next tip, which I guess is number 8, but who's counting here, guys? The next tip is to make sure you're trimming your ends every 6 to 8 weeks. If you don't trim your hair, it will grow, but it's not going to grow healthily. It's not going to grow healthy. You want to make sure you're trimming your ends to get rid of those split ends, because when your ends split, all it does is work its way higher and higher up your hair. So then the time when you actually go to, get that nice blowout, your hair is going to be looking jacked up because you didn't clip your ends regularly. So you want to trim your ends and get all that off. Just do a quick dusting. You don't have to go to the salon to do it. If you're scared to do it at home, by all means do so. Go to the salon, but just do a little dusting every 6 to 8 weeks. Take less than a half an inch off. You just want to work at the part that's kind of see-through and give it a nice clip. That makes sure that every time you have a nice press out, every time you have your hair in coils, it has less frizz and all that jazz. So make sure you're trimming your ends. Number 10, keep a nice stash of blank cards. There's nothing nicer than when someone gives you a gift and you give them a nice thank you note in return. Or when someone is feeling sick and you give them a nice card and it says, I hope you feel better, we missed you. Small gestures like that can make people's day. And we live in a world where everything is so digital, everything is so non-personal, that people have lost the touch and the art of, thank yous and notes. So it's always very pleasant and it's very nice and very kind when you receive or give someone a card. So you can get these from like Walgreens, Dollar General, wherever your little local store is, Walmart, whatever. You can get just a pack of blank cards, and they usually come from anywhere from like 8 cards to like a box of 50. And they're usually no more than $5, if that at all. So get those cards, just have them in your office, have them in your room. And you know, when someone gives you a nice gift, or you're just thinking about a friend, just write a little note. Leave it on their desk at work, leave it in their book bag at school, whatever. It's just a nice way to say hey or say thank you. Number 11 is always make sure you're checking the back seat of your car before you get in. Ladies, if you're by yourself, it is imperative that you have your head on a swivel. You need to be paying attention to everything that's going on around you, okay? So if you are out at night, or even if it's daytime, make sure you look in the back of your seat. Make sure no one is back there hiding, because it can be just like the movies, like someone is literally back there lurking, waiting to grab you from behind and choke you and do Lord knows whatever else to you. So just make sure you're paying attention to your surroundings wherever you are. The next tip is to also make sure you park as close as you can to the lights when you're out at night. When you are out at night, you park as close as you can, either to that building or as close as you can to being under a light. So the last thing you want to do is be out by yourself at night, coming from an event, you know, you done had your fun and you get got. So make sure you're parking under the light or as close as you can to the building, so that if something were to happen, God forbid, but you're right up under the light, and if someone was like watching you, you know, they're a little deterred from doing so, because everything they're going to do can be seen. So you want to make sure, again, you're as close as you can be to the light or as close as you can be to the building. It's always good to make sure you have your keys in your hand, so that you are ready to open your door. Going back to the last step, make sure you're looking behind you, make sure no one else is in your car, and immediately lock the door. Do not get in your car and just start sitting and texting, whatever else. Lock the door. No one can get in your car if your doors are locked. So make sure you're doing that as soon as you get in. I cannot emphasize that anymore. Lock your doors. My next tip is to shop at thrift stores in upscale neighborhoods. So you will find some things, okay? You will find some nice stuff that anywhere else would cost you some money, okay? So if you go to these nicer thrift stores, you're going to find better quality things, because these rich folks are just getting rid of their items. They don't care. They just want to donate and do good and do well. And when they donate it to these Goodwills and they sell them, yeah, you may pay like $10 for a shirt, but you may have gotten like a shirt that's from the Gap and it's $10, you know, and that's totally different than, you know, maybe the local Goodwill that you spending $5 for a little shirt that got some holes in it and it has no brand on it. So, you know, and you don't have to buy things that have brands, obviously, but there are certain brands that do have better quality clothing. That's just a fact. Just like shoes, you know, you can't expect to pay $5 for a pair of shoes and they last you and are as comfortable as a pair that you paid $90 for. It just doesn't work that way. So again, go to these upscale neighborhoods, go to their local thrift stores. I guarantee you'll find you some gems, and you'll be able to wear those and no one will know that you only paid a little bit for it, okay?
Number 13.
Is to learn how to make a signature dish. Girlies, if you're going to be in your entertaining phase and you're going to be in your in the house girlfriend night in type of vibe phase, you want to make sure you have a dish that people love and they want you to come because they want this dish to be there, okay? Learn how to make a dish that is simple but impressive. Actually, it doesn't even have to be simple. If you want to make it elaborate, go all out. But it's easier for you if you make a simple dish that everyone just loves. Learn how to make that best homemade artichoke dip. Learn how to make a beautiful charcuterie board with all types of cheeses and meats and honey and figs and all. Go all out with it, girl. Make it look good. You know, if you know how to bake, make a nice pound cake that every time someone bites into it, they want to give you a kiss. They want to give you a hug. Like, learn how to make that cake or that pie. Something. Some people really know how to make like really good drinks and things like that, like mocktails that taste so good they almost taste like they're alcoholic. Like, some people know how to do stuff like that. But you want to have just one signature thing that you can bring every single time when you go out to a party at someone's house or go to a birthday party or what have you. Have that one dish that you can make from scratch and people go crazy for.
My final tip is to take care of your hands.
Your hands are going to be one of the first things that shows that you're aging, even more than your face. So invest in a really nice sunscreen or whatever one that you still currently put on your face, and be sure to use that on your hands as well. Because again, your hands are going to wrinkle and they're going to age, and aging is it's great, y'all. Like, don't let the whole Instagram girls and don't let them influence you in thinking that aging is a bad thing, because it's not. There's someone today who didn't wake up, so every day that you're older, every day that you wake, it's a blessing, okay? Getting older is a wonderful thing. However, we don't all want to look super haggardly and raggedy when we get older. So it is important to take care of your skin. And if you don't want your hands to be a telltale sign of how old you are, again, make sure you're putting sunscreen on them and taking care of them. You can give your hands a nice good salt scrub. You don't even have to buy one. You can just get salt or sugar and baking soda. Do a nice scrub once a day, just while you have a moment to wash your hands really well. Scrub it. Get all in the crevices and put your sunscreen on or a nice lotion on top, and your hands are going to thank you for it. Trust me.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed those 15 tips. Comment below, let me know if you're already implementing some of these tips, and comment below for more content. Tell me how you thought about this video, and I'll see you next time at the Ladies' Den.